All right, folks, want to help you out with today's asynchronous work. We're doing 24-3, 24-4. I want to show you the calculator bits. All right, so go ahead and do A through D on your own, but for E, it's asking you the full hypothesis test, including the hypotheses, test statistic, and p-value. All right, but null hypothesis, the treatment does not affect the tip. Joke card, advertisement card, no card, homogeneous. But she did this whole experiment to see if she could find an effect. So, alternate hypothesis, treatment affects tip. Okay. They did not. They did give us an alpha level.
No.
I'm recording. Okay. So you check your conditions. Did not check your conditions. All right. We need to check the conditions. So, conditions for a chi-squared test of homogeneity are going to be random sample. No, random assignment for experiment. Random assignment. So she randomly assigns joke card, advertisement card, no card to her tables. That is true. That is given. And the second part we're going to have to get once we get the calculator going, we need all expected counts to be bigger than 5. And I'm not going to do it by hand. I'm going to get my calculator to fill it in. Okay. So I'm ready for next step. Chi-squared. All right. I'm going to provide the table for that right here. So this is the part I want to work with you on. So I am going to enter the data, but not any of the totals into matrix A. Here's how that goes. These are data. So we want a 2x3 matrix. So we go to matrix second, this guy underneath math. Get to matrix, we want to edit matrix A. So we want to go to the right twice, hit enter. We want to change the size to be 2x3. And once you hit that, you hit enter, it will change shape. So we're entering these numbers. So we're going 30. No, not there. It should be 3. So we're going to go down into the matrix. And then just a heads up, when you hit enter, it moves to the right. So 30, 14, 16, 42, 60, 49. That is my matrix. Okay. Now I do need this info, and I'm going to need the expected counts to do the calculations. However, next up, I'm going to run the chi-squared test. So I'm going to go to stat, move over to the right twice to tests, and I need the chi-squared test as option C. You can scroll all the way down, or you can scroll up, it goes faster. Option C. I entered my data into matrix A. The moment I run this test, it's going to fill my calculator matrix B with the expected counts. I'm going to go read them. So calculate. This is my chi-squared and my p-value, my degree of freedom. I do need those, but they're going to go on the side of my page. So I'm going to show the sum of the observed minus expected squared over expected, and I'm going to show the steps right here. When I'm done, I get to the bottom. Chi-squared is 9.95. P-value is 0.0069, and degree of freedom is 2. I removed a row and a column to get a degree of freedom 2. The part I want to do now is I'm going to go back to here to check my conditions. And I need to read matrix B, so I have to go back to matrices. So I go second, x minus 1. Now, matrix B, I want to read it. It's actually easiest to edit matrix B. It'll be easiest to see what's inside. So edit matrix B, hit enter. So these are the expected counts. I have to present them here. So this was tip, no tip, joke, add, none. So these are the expected counts. 20.474. I have to write them down. 51.526, and they need to be bigger than 5, which they sure are. So she sampled enough people. She did this experiment lots of times. 18.483, 46.517. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to show the calculation here. So go back to matrix A. No, I'm just going to use my book. So what I want to show is that I understand what the calculator is doing when it's spitting out this value. So the best way to do that is to show the first step of the calculation and the last step of the calculation. Okay. My table, page 518. So we're doing observed, which the joke card left a tip was 30. The expected for that was 20.474. We're going to square that and divide by the expected. And then we're going to do that all the way across a bunch more times. I'm not going to show that. I'm going to show the last one. So for the last one, no card did not leave a tip. There were 49 people. What is up with these people? Expected is 46.517 squared over 46.517. So I'm saying this is what chi-squared is doing, but I'm not going to show you the details more than that, and that's sufficient. If you're feeling graphy, this is a degree of freedom 2 chi-squared. This peak is at 2. You want to figure out where the 9.95 is? It's going to be kind of over here in the really, really short part of the graph. This is my 9.95. The shading is 0.0069. All right, and then please go ahead and do the conclusion in your decision.